Okay, Tony, let's take a look at your first swing from the camp. I know you came in late on day one, so you didn't get an opportunity to go through everything that everybody went through. But I still think you made some marked improvements. If I look at your first swing here, the queen bee move, as we discussed that day, or that one thing that seems to be built into your muscle memory, is this idea of where my hands belong. So you raise your hands way up. You notice your back elbow is real high, and then your hands kind of go down to a power V, which is down to the ground. So it looks like you're trying to hit a ground ball here. So let's put a couple lines on here and take a look at what we're talking about, right? So you know from the camp we're trying to create movement, right? We're trying to create some movement forward. We're trying to get our back heel up and keep our hands loaded as we allow our hips to lead our hands to the ball. So here you kind of rock back a little bit. So that's your full load position. Let's put the line through you right here instead. All right, and let's see what kind of movement we get. So here, okay, your front heel lands and your back heel comes up. And I want to make note of the fact that your hands are very close to your knee already. So as we move this forward, that high elbow in the back is causing you to want to drop and cast. So the bat's already well off your shoulder at this point. Let me just draw a line on that here. So your front arm is very straight, and because it's straight, you have to yank the bat around with your front shoulder, and that's causing the bat to come off your shoulder really quickly. So the space right in here is getting big fast, and it's causing you to swing down. So if I put a pitch plane on here like this, you're gonna go under it. So you can see the bat travel underneath that plane. It travels down like this and then back up like that. Okay, your power V is straight down. Okay, so we need to get you flatter faster. You need to keep the bat a little closer to your shoulder, and you need to firm up a little more on that front leg. All right, so to recap, flatter faster, with the bat closer to your shoulder. So front elbow working up, back elbow working down. Pretty good movement in terms of getting some drive. All right, but when that drive happens here, we need to keep our hands back longer. We need to keep our hands back a little bit to allow those hips to get out in front. All right, so those hands should stay back, back here a little farther. Okay, and the bat a little closer to the shoulder. All right. So let's see what we got on day 2 when you came back. You started working on the bag, started working through some of the drills we were giving you to do, and let's see what happened. So I'm gonna move this up here. Hold on just a sec. There we go. All right, and see what day 2 looked like. So here you are in this move, right? So as you make your move to this front side, here you can see your back heel has come up, your front heel is landing. Your front heel lands right there, and I want you to make note of the fact that you worked a lot on the hitter's power drive, that clicking pad that we get on to try to drive to the front side. Look where your knee is in this photo. I'm going to put a line on here for you. Look where your knee is right here as opposed to where your hands are. That's a lot more power right there. That's a better gap, all right, as you're moving forward. All right, so we're still moving forward. Okay, very, very, very good right here. And your bat, your front arm's still a little straight, okay? That's, we need to work on keeping that a little more bent, all right? But your bat is very close to your shoulder right here. So you're keeping the bat much closer to your shoulder as you're bringing it around, all right? Let me just make a note of that. So this little space right here between the bat and the shoulder is very small. Okay, very, very small. You've got the bat right up against your shoulder right there. Right? So you're using your entire body to turn the bat around toward the knob of the bat around toward the pitcher. You're not just slinging it with your arms. You're actually turning your body, which is good. All right. So the ball's right here. Let's make a pitch plane here that we can look at. Ball's a little bit high, but that's all right. All right. So here's our pitch plane right there. We're going to keep it coming around, coming around, coming around. And so here, as you reach impact, I'm going to bring you back once. You're staying palm up, palm down. You're going to make impact about right here. You need to firm this front leg up a little bit. Front leg just a little bit loose right there. As you make your push with your elbow, with this elbow right here, this hand has to drive really hard toward the pitcher. So you want this back elbow and hand right here to really drive hard toward the pitcher. All right, that top hand. Punch that pitcher right in the chest. Now you do it much better here, and you stay on plane much better here than you did in this video. So you can see in this video that you are. Let me reset here. You can see in this video here that you are swinging really quite a bit down, as opposed. Watch this. I'll show you what I mean. You're really swinging quite a bit down. This thing will catch up with me here. Okay. See how you're swinging down right there? Watch your hand. Down, 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 down. Bat's looping down, 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 right? And here you can see that you're getting the ball, you're getting through the ball a lot flatter. Front elbow works up. Now you went down a little bit, but not bad. It's just your elbow tucked in a little too far, and you didn't get the push you needed. But then you got it out, and that's still a lot better power V. Okay, so you want to make sure that your power V is getting out like this, and this elbow on the top hand is really driving out right at the pitcher. Don't turn it all the way around and drive it toward the first baseman. You want to drive it right to the pitcher and firm this and lock this front knee back like this. Okay, lock it back and drive straight through. And I think you're going to be okay. This swing is much improved plane-wise and inside the ball, from being inside the ball and being on plane is much better than what you did in your first swing. So let's clear off all the lines and let's move over to here with this photo or video, excuse me. And over here, let's put, again, I've been using, let me use A-Rod. I just have to turn him around and mirror him so that he's a lefty. All right, and I want you to take a look at the similarities between you and A-Rod. All right, so here's A-Rod in his balance point, right? So he pulls his leg back a little. That's his balance point right here, right there. And then he's going to drive to that front side. All right, so let's take a look at what he does correctly, and then we'll compare and contrast. Okay, so here he is at his balance point. He's moving forward, and we're just going to bring him forward. I want you to see what happens when his heel drops. His hands stay back, elbows a little bit high, kind of like yours. Okay, front heel is going to drop, back heel is going to drive up. Okay, his back heel is now up, and his back heel is moving up, back knee moving to the pitcher. Okay, belt buckle opening up toward the pitcher. Okay, hands are back, they're staying back, but he doesn't straighten his arm out. I want to make note of the fact that his arm stays bent, his front elbow stays bent a little bit. Okay, so he's going to keep coming around. Bat's very close to the shoulder. Here's the bat right here. Okay, and the pitch comes through, and I want to show you that elbow. Look at how far his elbow is extended out to the pitcher. Okay, he's really pushing that top hand. All right, so if I come over here and I do the same thing with you, all right, we're going to start right here. Okay, I'm going to put the center line on you. We're going to do the same exact thing. We'll move forward. Okay, so to heel plant, you've moved up past the L line. You've reestablished your balance point. You're opening your hips. Your back heel is up. Very important. Back heel has now come up. Got to keep working on that. and keep moving this belt buckle out to the pitcher. Okay, back knee into the pitcher. Okay, keep it going to the pitcher. Your arm is a little bit straighter than his, but your bat is pretty close to your back shoulder. You're keeping it pretty close. Back elbows down, front elbows up, and you're continuing to come around for the play. Now, here's the difference. You see that distance that you dropped your hands right there? Okay? That's almost on plane with the ball. Keep your hands above the ball, even or above the ball, all right, so you don't drop the bat. The barrel doesn't loop. All right? And there's your push through. Okay, now you hit that one right there, all right? And this elbow, like A-Rod, has to be pushed out, right? So you get to a bigger power V. I want you to look at how extended his power V is. Yeah, nice and straight and extended. Yours is a little cramped. It looks like you got jammed a little. So keep that top hand going right to the pitcher and look at the difference. Real quick, I'm going to make one last point here. I want you to look at the difference in your front leg and A-Rod's front leg. Right? So you need to firm it up. He's pushing his front hip back by straightening out his front knee really hard. He's driving that front hip backwards toward the backstop or toward the catcher. He's not pushing his back hip forward at all. As you can see, there's no weight back here. There's no pushing happening on the back hip forward to the pitcher. He's driving his front hip backwards. So continue to work on that and getting your top hand extended. I think you did a much better job flattening out your swing and getting on plane, and you kept it much shorter and crisper by staying inside the ball better. So just continue to work on those two items and just work hard at it. I think your swing's improving all the time. Remember what Roger said, it's about the process. So every time you go in, you pick one of these things and you work on it, and then you perfect it. Just like being a perfect recruit, you want a perfect swing. The more perfect you can make your swing, the better. So continue to work on that. If you have any issues or questions about the film, or you want to talk about it, whatever, send me an email at info@thehittingconnection.com. I'll be more than happy to go through anything with you to try to help you out. Just let me know. All right, and good luck. Good luck going forward with your baseball.